It wasn't that long ago that it was confirmed, our suspicions based on emails that have been released, Hunter Biden owes hundreds of thousands of dollars to the IRS. And that is what we know about on cash that is claimed. This isn't even including all of the illegal and illicit money and other resources that he's been collecting. But in this story, it was kind of buried in, but this was the biggest piece, at least to all of us. This is a quote from Hunter in the emails to his CPA or money manager. Katie is her name. He says, "If you haven't noticed, Katie, my business partner is now a prisoner on death row in China. Somehow the directive of not cutting Devin my half of my Burisma pay never happened. I pay more alimony than single divorcees in the East Coast, including New York City. You pay more alimony just because I told her I would give her everything than Ron Perlman. So you pay more because I told her I'd give her everything than Ron Perlman, who's worth $6 billion. So there's not much income coming through these days." She had emailed him asking, like, "Hey, I need to pay for your car. I need to pay your insurance. I need to pay for your tuition bills that are coming in from your family that you still have. I mean, you're not a part of it anymore, but this family still needs your money. Sorry." So he's telling her, don't tell me what you need from me. And by the way, don't ask me about where is this money? Where are my business partners? One of those business partners was Mr. Yi. And I don't even know how to say his name. Yi Yanyanming was charged and found guilty and is being held in China for going on 3 years now for fraud, bribery, racketeering. He was willing to pay the demand from Hunter Biden. When they were meeting, emails go back and forth, and he says, "We're getting $10 million for introductions alone." Back to the Washington Times, again, not too long ago. Laptop showing Hunter was paying Jim, his uncle, $1 million of that money, but over $100 million in total from all of these different Chinese businessmen, oligarchs, whatever you want to call them. $10 million a year for just introductions alone, right here. Introductions alone, $10 million, Mr. Yi. So when Mr. Yi, if you want to look into him, kind of like the Dark Knight, it's funny, reality is stranger than fiction, always. This reality is that Hunter Biden is like the Falcone crime mob leader, Maroney, and Maroney and his men are going to give all of the money and all of the business and all the assets to hide out from Batman while Donald's in town. Bruce. And so let's partner up with Yi Yinming. And what does the Joker say? He says, "Don't trust a squealer. And I know a squealer when I see one." And the TV cuts off. And that's the whole game right there. This is the guy who thinks, I can play. I can be the guy who is going to get in deep with the Americans, right? Except for when you look at his wiki, even they don't want to edit this out. Yi Zhenming is the founder and former chairman, of CEFC. That's the Chinese energy company. Why is Hunter so invested in Chinese and Ukrainian energy? He has been under detention in China since March of 2018 on charges of bribery. That's so crazy. Okay, so hang on. You're telling me that Joe Biden, who has a history of making requests of countries, of the national leadership of nations, that we are seeing Hunter Biden playing businessman in, right? Hunter goes to the Ukraine. He joins the board of Burisma, knowing nothing about energy. But hey, now that he's being investigated by the investigator general there, inspector general, Biden says, we're going to withhold aid until you fire that guy and then put someone competent in that position who won't look at my son. Seems fair, right? Well, what are the odds that happens again here? Because right now, Hunter Biden and his business partner who's on death row in China, you can only assume that would be Yi Zhenming. Do you think Biden's going to say, "Hey, China, you got to release Yi Jinping. He's our buddy. We got to have better relations between our countries. He was helping us do that." Who knows? I have no idea if that's going to happen or not, but I can tell you, Hunter Biden, his lawyers, his friends, everybody's getting jobs. The ex-business partner of Hunter Biden's criminal defense attorney, so the guy who represents Hunter Biden when he gets arrested or charged or what do you call it? Dishonorably discharged. whenever there are certain things that come up against Hunter Biden, and probably for the most of it, the attorney is probably defending against the possibility of criminal charges by helping pay off women. Let's be frank. Any other dealers, auto retailers, people that are going to give him things, rent him things, or otherwise, those people need being paid off. So the attorneys that work for Hunter, well, one of their business partners, the guy who runs the law firm but doesn't have the conflict of interest because he didn't work on Hunter's cases, well, that guy is now going to be a top Justice Department position official. He's going to be in the Justice Department at the very top. That's great, right? If you were hoping that we could hold the feet to the fire and have some accountability for any of the people who are right now being shown to be, on death's row in China, or like Devin Archer here, Hunter's other business partner, who has been charged and is being sentenced, I believe, like within a week. Strange times. But hey, Hunter Biden's other attorney, really, his attorney by dotted line, is now going to be a leader in the Justice Department. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Like the video, share the video. Thank you for subscribing and supporting this channel. And if you want to stay in touch, keep subscribing on Odyssey, on Rumble, on BitChute, and on Gab, all at America Floats. If you're doing that, you're watching these, you're spreading the word, and you're boosting the signal, then you're doing everything else that you can do to keep America afloat.